Hey everyone, good morning. It is Thursday, September 28th. You're listening to the Mo News Podcast. I'm Jill Wagner. This is the place where we bring you just the facts. We read all the news and read between the lines so you don't have to. Before we get going, I wanted to quickly mention that I got some great messages from people who told me that their kids listen to this podcast or that they listen with their kids. Megan told me that her 7 and 8-year-olds love it. Another mom, Brittany, said that her 6-year-old daughter and 12 and 13-year-old boys listen every day. And she says it gives them something to talk about. So hi, guys, if you're out there, thank you so much for listening. And it's just great to know that we have listeners of all ages. Really appreciate the support. By the way, you can message me anytime on Instagram. It's Jill R. Wagner. I read them. I respond. I really like hearing from everyone. So thank you again. Now to the headlines. The Republican presidential candidates took the stage in California last night. I'll have the takeaways from their second debate, sans Donald Trump. Meanwhile, time is running out for lawmakers to reach a deal that would prevent a government shutdown. In Philadelphia, more than 50 people arrested following a night of looting throughout the city. A NASA astronaut back here on Earth after an unexpected and record-setting mission in space. And you are not imagining things. Everyone, all right, not everyone, is on Ozempic or Wegovy. We've got these skyrocketing numbers. Plus a business deal in the fitness space. Lululemon and Peloton are teaming up. I'll tell you about it. The Hollywood writer strike is officially over, but what we really want to know, when will our favorite shows be coming back? Plus, Bruce Springsteen has canceled the rest of his shows for this year. Plus, I'll have On This Day in History. Let's start with presidential politics. 7 Republican presidential candidates faced off in a second, somewhat chaotic primary debate. This time, they were at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California. And once again, Donald Trump was a no-show. On stage, you had Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, former Vice President Mike Pence, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, and North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. The moderators from Fox and Univision asked about immigration, crime, healthcare, education, and a bunch of other issues. Notably, both Christie and DeSantis took shots at Trump for not showing up. Here is DeSantis, followed by Christie.
Donald Trump is missing in action. He should be on this stage tonight. He owes it to you to defend his record where they added $7.8 trillion to the debt. That set the stage for the inflation that we have now.
And I want to look at that camera right now and tell you, Donald, I know you're watching. You can't help yourself. I know you're watching, okay? And you're not here tonight, not because of polls and not because of your indictments. You're not here tonight because you're afraid of being on the stage and defending your record. You're ducking these things. And let me tell you what's going to happen. You keep doing that, no one up here is going to call you Donald Trump anymore. We're going to call you Donald Duck.
All right. You can hear what sounds like a little bit of clapping, also some boos to that joke. The reaction on Twitter to that joke wasn't great either. As for Trump, the heavy favorite, he headed to the Detroit suburbs, where he spoke at a non-union automotive industry supplier amid the UAW strike. His pitch to workers, they should back him because he would stop the auto industry's planned shift to electric vehicles, which Trump says will send jobs to China. Of course, Moshe is on paternity leave, but politics is his bread and butter. He and I were chatting a bit during the debate. I asked him what he thought. He called it the JV debate part 2 verdict. Meh. So far, he said it is looking like Trump's decision to stay out of these debates is a good one. And he says he doesn't really see how any of the candidates break out anytime soon and compete with Trump, who still has a huge lead in the polls. He said the first hour was more substance, with the candidates attacking each other a bit less. The